Good evening, Math 220 calculus. This is my piecewise function, one piece defined for x less than 1 and one piece defined for x greater than or equal to 1. To the right, you see I have the piecewise function graphed on Desmos. To the left, you see the equation written in piecewise format and the domain. I was assigned two polynomials with degrees of 3 or greater. You can see that is satisfied with this x to the third and x to the seventh. My first polynomial is defined for x less than 1 as 7x cubed over 8. My second polynomial for x greater than or equal to 1 is defined as x to the 7th power divided by 8 plus x squared. The domain for this piecewise function is negative infinity to infinity because as a polynomial it is defined for all real numbers. In other words, it has no root functions or reciprocal functions. The range is defined as negative infinity to 7/8 non-inclusive and 9/8 inclusive to infinity. So let's talk about this range, how I determine this range. We're going to talk about the piece defined as 7x cubed over 8. So f of x is equal to 7x cubed over 8 because we know this is defined for values infinitely close to 1. I chose the limit, the non-inclusive limit of 1 to substitute in. You can see 7x cubed over 8, substitute it in. 7 times 1 cubed over 8. 1 cubed over 8 is just 1. 7 times 1 is 7. Therefore, 7/8. So the piecewise function for x less than 1, where x is equal to 1, the limit is 7/8, non-inclusive. For the piece defined as x greater than or equal to 1, f of x equals x to the 7th power divided by 8 plus x squared. Again, we're going to take the limiting domain, which is 1 inclusive 1 to the 7th power over 8 plus 1 squared. 1 to the 7th power is 1 divided by 8 plus 1 squared is 1. 1/8 plus 1 equals 9/8. Therefore, the range for the piecewise function x is greater than or equal to 1 is 9/8 inclusive. You can see that demonstrated graphically here. If we zoom out infinitely, the graphical representation will continue going on the y-axis to negative infinity and the x-axis to negative infinity on both positive and negative scale. However, zoomed in, there is a gap between 7/8 and 9/8 right here for range.